Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I don't really have anything planned, so to speak. I just need to craft. So I thought I would just turn the camera on, and of course all kinds of things are popping up on my computer. Get that out of there. And so anyway, I thought we will just see what needs to be done with the journals and go from there. So you may have noticed it has a cover on it now. I don't know that that cover is the way it's going to look, but this is one of them anyway. And this is the paper I put on the inside. So I've got some things in here that need some work. Like I need to back this wallpaper with something so that it's not quite so flimsy. And I put some of the masking paint paper in there. And I think I want to put something on the other side of that so it's not quite so flimsy. Or I might leave it like that. I haven't decided yet. It does seem to be laying down better now. When I first put it in, I got this roll on Amazon. And because it was in a roll, it was kind of wanting to curl. So I wasn't sure if that was going to lay in there, but it seems to be doing okay now. But this wallpaper really, I think it needs like some scrapbook paper or something on the back of it. I mean, I've seen people put these in just as pages without anything on the back, but this one doesn't seem to be handling it very well. So let's see, what do we want to put on the back of it? Maybe we'll put, I've got this pack of some coffee dyed stuff that I got from somebody, maybe Brooke, I don't know. I do get a lot from Brooke, but I got a few sheets of this paper, so maybe we'll just put this on the back side of it. It's not, I don't know, what kind of paper is that? That's not real. This paper isn't real heavy either. Let's see. Maybe we'll try a piece of this notebook paper. Let's see what that does. I've got the hugest pile over there to the side of me. That almost fits on there perfectly. So let's go ahead and glue that on and see what we get. I wanted to show you guys too. I ordered more of the art glitter glue with the tip and stuff, and I got the set that comes with the refill. But what I wanted to show you was this is the refill that I got the first time. Sorry about that glare on there. They're both 8 ounces, but this refill is like a short fat bottle, and this one's a tall skinny one. And I'm wondering if they figured that if people want to use the big bottle, it's easier to hold than this one. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys there was a difference in what the refill bottle looks like now. And I bought them both on Amazon, so it's not like I got it from 2 different distributors or whatever. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But I wanted to go ahead and get another one because, you know, before I know it, it's going to be getting cold here and I won't be able to get it. And I don't want to run out. I thought about just wetting this and seeing if it would stick, but I just don't want to, I don't want to mess around with it. You know, I don't want to take a chance of it not working and having to cut more, and I just want to, I'm going to have to do a little bit at a time. I just want to get these journals done, you know. Time is getting away from me, and pretty soon it's going to be time to start work, and I would just kind of like to have these journals, if not done, at least on their way to being done soon, you know, which it still feels like there's a lot to be done with them yet. as you guys know, when you're doing so many all at once, it takes a little bit of time. I guess I should put the glue on the paper. That way I know that I'm not putting glue where it's, I'm just over here gluing. That way I'm not putting glue where it's not going to stick down. I just went out driving to take my son to work, and oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not even kidding. The difference in traffic here when students are in session and when they're not, because I live in a college town, oh my gosh, it is crazy out there. Crazy. It's like I am going to have to start allowing for more time to take my son to work just because of the difference in traffic. Like, I waited forever to even turn into where he works. And then somebody stopped so that I could turn. So I got, you know, in front of them a little bit in the lane, which, you know, wasn't the lane I was supposed to be in, but I was getting ready to make a left turn. And so then this crazy lady decides, oh, wait, no, I'm not going to wait. And she goes around me. I'm like, are you kidding me, lady? Now I'm out in the middle of traffic. Oi. I was a little worked up about that, as you can probably tell, which I shouldn't even paid any attention to her. Like, I shouldn't even have pulled out there like I was going to go. But, no, I did, because I was trying to get my son to work on time. I think this is going to work a lot better. Anyway, boy, I am so ready to get out of this town. It's just terrible when the students come back. You know, in the summertime, you get used to it being fairly decent, fairly easy to drive around. And then they come back and it's like, holy Hannah, what just happened? It's just unbelievable, the difference. So anyway, I thought, you know what? I need to go home. I need to do some crafting. I will just turn the camera on. I was thinking about, maybe on this page. I have this butterfly wallpaper piece. And I was thinking about maybe cutting that out a little bit and putting it on that purple paper. Because I just thought these would be cute in this journal, since it's a lot of, you know, flowers and butterflies, and then it's got the scripture on there. They're not all the same. There's 3 different ones. There's this one. This says, don't be conformed to the world, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. And then the other one is this one. It also says Romans 12:2, which is probably what this scripture is. And it has this butterfly on it. So I thought these would be kind of cool to include in the journals too. It's got like a different texture and a different look, and so I just thought that'd be kind of cool on there. You know what though? I wonder what that would look like on the, I don't think it'll fit on the tissue though. No, I think it's going to need to be, I don't want to cover up too much of the writing space, you know what I mean? I wonder, maybe I should put it on the, maybe I should just cut it a little bit and see what it would look like on something, right? Instead of saying, oh, I wonder. I may not even be able to cut that straight. I don't know. I'm not the straightest cutter. And I just messed it up right there. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to cut it. I may have to get out my paper cutter and, yeah. Because Durinda cannot cut straight to save her life. Sorry I raised my voice a little bit there when I was talking about the traffic, but oh my gosh, if you guys could see what it is like, you would understand just the difference. And I'm just cutting with my paper cutter. You know, I hold it over here and cut a certain kind of way, so I can't really have it in the camera view. I don't like to lay it down and cut flat. I kind of like rest one end on my stomach and I hold the other end up with my hand. And I cut that way so I can actually see it. That's how I like to do it. So earlier today, this morning, I had to go to the doctor. And I could just put it on there like that. And have my, I had to go for a blood pressure check because I needed more meds, and I couldn't get them until I went. I don't know, what do you think? For me, it kind of messes me up a little bit having it going sideways, but it's not going to fit that way. And I feel like it kind of tones this paper down a little bit. I kind of like it. I think we're going to go with it. Sometimes you got to just not overthink things. Although our other option would be to put it on the white paper. I really kind of like it though on the, kind of like it on here. Surprisingly. And then see you've got it showing through. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to put it right on there. So anyway, oh my gosh. It was a little stressful not too long ago. But when I went to the doctor, it was good. My blood pressure is good. He didn't really seem too concerned about the swelling I've been having. I mean, it's just like I know. He's like, you got to get up and move around more. You know, don't sit at your table for so many hours at a time without moving. Prop my feet up whenever I can, which I have boxes under this table that I can do that, and I have been. And just doing the things that I know to do. I also know that when I do the apple cider vinegar with ginger essential oil, I put that in tea with stevia. That drink helps with the fluid buildup too. It helps to get rid of it. So doing that helps too. I'm going to slide that up just a little bit. There. And then it's still by the purple paper, but it's not right on it. What do you guys think? I kind of like it. I think I'm going to have to cut this white paper down a little bit. It sticks out above the rest of it, as does this brown paper. And I have to adjust that too. Nothing is sewn in yet. I'm waiting to do that until I've got more papers coming that I'm going to put in here. So, of course, I'm not going to do any sewing until I get all the, I want to put something in the center here too. I don't want this to be the center of the book. But anyway, what else was I going to do? Yeah, see, that sticks out the top a little bit too. I need to, maybe I'll just do that right now while I'm working on it. I'll just work on getting these pages all right. I do like that paper on there. I think that helps. Let's pull this out. Trim that edge just a tad. I don't think it needs too much, just a little bit. Oh my gosh, I've got such a mess. Here I'm supposed to be getting my house cleaned and making things more tidy. And instead, what have I done? I've just created more mess. Okay, that's better. I need to see as if it sticks out of the book. It doesn't. Okay. Alright, so that one's good. I still have to decorate these too. But I don't have anything out yet. I have no clue what I'm going to do with those at this point. So, let's do this. And we'll trim this just a tad. I love this textured paper. I don't know if I got this from Tammy My World in OKC, or if I got it from Brooke. I think I got it from Tammy. I could be wrong though, so don't quote me. I think this paper would be cool to do some watercolor on or something. I won't because, you know, I realized I don't have any watercolors. I don't know how that happened, but I was looking for some for my daughter to use for an art project, and I didn't have any. Isn't that crazy? I'm not too worried about this sticking out the edge because I'm probably going to put some sort of lace or trim or something on here. So, I'm not going to worry about that too much. That is not going to stay on that page. I don't think. It don't look like that on there. Whoops. Maybe I'll put it on this page. It might have been on that page, and I think this is the one I dropped. I had to put it all back together. Yeah, I like that better on that page. Okay. All right. So that is good for now. Okay. 1 down, 11 to go. So then I've got this cover. I love this bird fabric. It's so soft too. I think that is so pretty. And then on the inside, this is that fabric paper. It's got adhesive on the back of it. I think I got this from Brooke. Recreations by Brooke. I gotta trim some of these. Got some threads sticking out here. Yeah, the night that I did the covers on these books, I was only going to do the 3 that I already had picked out. But, you know, sometimes once you get started, you want to keep going. So, instead of just doing the 3, I ended up doing all 12 book covers in one night. I was sitting here watching a show on Netflix. OA is what it is. Kind of a freaky show. I liked it. If you're looking for something interesting to watch on Netflix, you might want to give that a look-see. It's very interesting. So anyway, I ended up watching the rest of the season, just doing these covers, and I wasn't thinking about the fact of how many episodes I had gone through or what the time was, but I think I sat down first at about 7, and when I looked up at the clock the last time, I might have looked up when it was 10, but then the last time I looked up, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up the next day and take my daughter to school, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get to bed. So I did finish all the covers, though. I guess it was when I was finished with the covers that I actually checked the time. Because I think I was going to start something else. Because I was, like, going. You know, I probably could have went all night that night. But, yeah. That wasn't good. And actually, my daughter and I both overslept. That was yesterday. So it was the night before last that I stayed up like that. And we both woke up when our alarms went off. And we both, you know, had hit the snooze. But somehow, in between hitting the snooze and the final one of when it wasn't going to go off again, neither one of us realized we had turned it off or whatever. And I can't even remember if it was her or I that woke up, but it was like we had, I think she ended up having like 20 or 25 minutes to get ready. And it happened that I had to straighten her hair that morning. What she's been doing since she got it cut is having me, she'll wash it the night before in time for it to be dry. And then we'll straighten it at night. And then she just wets it a little bit to where it's not poofy. And then she'll, you know, go to school with it like that. But this time she got her shower late. so we had to straighten her hair in the morning. But she did it. We got it straightened. She got dressed. She got her lunch packed. And we got to school right on time. You know, she had to hurry. She had to hurry a little bit. I was thinking I didn't need to cut this, but of course I do because it's all the same size. Anyway, she got to school on time. She got to class. I guess she ended up being a couple minutes late to class, but since it's the first week, they just kind of assume they're having problems with their lockers or whatever, and so it was no big deal. So thank goodness for that. So I gotta be careful when I get in the zone, because I'm sure you guys know the time just flies by, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, what time is it? This one needs some more. I don't really have any colored paper in here, do I? Oh, it's there. I think we need to move this. Because you see how it's like all, like here's coffee dyed, here's like off-white, here's off-white, a little bit of color. Oh, it's just too much white in there. Let's put the purple here. That'll offset that a little bit. Got some color here. And some brown. And I might put something on there, I don't know. And we got that color, this. And then boom, in your face color. I love this purple paper so much. It's so pretty. I think this is the one Christy Biddleston did, who was Meta Mandela Art and Booksmith. All right, we need to trim this a little bit. I'm going to need to get some more colored paper, because I think I've used every bit that I had. I got some from Rosemary. I might still have Rosemary's, as a matter of fact. I think I left the purple pack that I ordered from her all together. So I may not have used all of it. I might be fibbing. But yeah, anyway. Definitely all of Christie's I have put in these journals. Now, what did I have here that I put that? Oh, that's right. I did it in between. Like this. Right? No. Hold on. This. I'm trying to remember what I did in the other one. My gosh, I just did it. I don't know how that butterfly is going to look on this one, though. Although I've got this different colored one. That one may not even hardly fit. Let's see which one looks better with those colors. Probably not that. This one probably looks the best with those colors. Or, oh, wait a minute. Let's see how this one looks. I mean, I don't have to put it on this paper, obviously. I don't know, I kind of like... I think this one's going to look better. Just wondering, or do I want it on something else? I don't think I want to put it on the vellum. I could put it in. Sorry, guys, I'm just kind of trying to process out loud. I could put it on the... I kind of want to leave the paper that can be written on, though, alone, so that they actually have room to write in here, too. Like, they can write on this, they can write on this. But this, I can't really write on that well. So, that's kind of why I was thinking, put it on there. Should have brought my water over here too. I'm getting parched. Here I am cutting this with scissors like I can cut straight. It would be nice if I could. What was this from? What was this one? Oh, that was one that was tore. Here, I'm thinking I'm missing a page from my journal, and it was an extra page that I was using the tear ruler, and it didn't tear quite right. So I had to set that aside and not use it. I got to keep track of the time because I have to pick my daughter up from school, but it's 1:23 right now. And I don't have to pick her up until 3, so we got a little bit of time to hang out and craft. And who knows, I might just let it run the whole time until I go. We shall see. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work on there. The glue's getting empty. I'm going to have to fill my bottle. Actually, why don't I just do that? Well, if I can get the lid off. My goodness. Ugh, I think I can get it off. Nope. That lid is not coming off, man. Oh, there we go. Had to get out my big girl muscles. There we go. I don't know why that was on there so hard. It's not like... Oh, maybe there's a little... Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of glue stuck on there. It's like just on this one side right there. Yeah, I guess there was a good chunk. I guess you could say there was a good chunk. Did I even finish telling you guys about my doctor's appointment? I don't even remember. I'm such a distractible person. Boy, this glue is runny. Are you supposed to shake it up? Read the directions maybe, huh? It doesn't say you need to. Do it just a little bit. Okay. I don't know if I told you guys that I ended up getting a blood draw. I don't know. I get distracted with stuff and then I can't remember what I had told you and what I hadn't told you. Be one of those old ladies that repeats my same stories over and over again. You guys be like, I already heard it. You're repeating yourself, Grandma. Anyway, it was all good. That's all that matters. It was all good today. And the guy that I go to, he's actually a physician's assistant, but real nice guy. He's really good with the kids too. Anyway, we got to talking about Hobby Lobby, you know, because I told him that, you know, I figured once I start work, I won't be having so much trouble with my legs swelling because I won't be, or my ankles, whatever, the swelling, because I won't be just sitting around, you know, I'll be on my feet all day walking around and stuff. And so then we got to talking about Hobby Lobby, and, you know, he was asking me, you know, when it was going to open and stuff, and I told him, and I'm like, do you know somebody that crafts? I'm thinking, why is this dude asking me about Hobby Lobby when it's going to open? Like he was sincerely interested, you know? Well, then he told me that he's got daughters that are always, you know, working on stuff and they like to go there. So I'm like, oh, okay. I just thought that was kind of funny. It's like, why is this guy asking me all about Hobby Lobby? Not to be sexist or anything, but I mean, you know, it's usually women that are more interested in Hobby Lobby. So anyway, that was kind of funny. This page is not torn straight because part of it is sticking out. So let's fix that. Did I already trim that down? Oh my gosh, you guys, maybe I shouldn't have turned the camera on. It's like I can't even remember what I've said. Yeah, that is really crooked. I'm not gonna get out the tear ruler. I'm not gonna worry about the edge. be indifferent. I just want it to be straight. So anyway, then I go to get my blood drawn, and whoop, again, you know, it gets brought up about Hobby Lobby, something we were talking about. And so then the lady taking blood, she's all like, wanting to know, when does it open? And so everybody's, you know, this is in a different town. This isn't even in the town that Hobby Lobby's in. It's like 20 minutes away. But it'll be closer to them than the current Hobby Lobby that is probably an hour from me, probably 45 minutes from them. It'll give them, you know, another option. So people are excited about it, want to know when it's gonna open. So that was kind of cool. I'm excited for it too. Let's put this on here. Did I fix that yet? Yes, it looks like I did. So yeah, and the gal that did my blood, she was really good. A lot of times they have a hard time getting my veins because they tend to move when they go to poke them, is what they say. But she got it right in first try, no problem. She's like, oh yeah, you had a big vein right there. So, yay. So this one, it's the turquoise fabric. And these, I think these are all Safias. I can't be 100% sure because I had bought some from Tammy, My World in OKC. So, some of them might be from her. They might not all be Safia, but for the most part, I think they are. But anyway, and then the inside again is this fabric paper that I got from, I'm pretty sure it was Brooke. This stuff is really cool. It's, you know, got the adhesive already on the back. So it was, oh, you know what? Oh, no. I was thinking I forgot to do this wallpaper in the other books, but then I remembered, duh, it was just different wallpaper. Oh, my gosh. Do I seem as off my rocker to you guys today as I do myself? Oh my gosh. It's like my brain is not functioning or something. Goodness gracious. Okay, so this one is going to take a little more work because it's got the, unless I don't cut all that out. I don't know, we'll see what it looks like when we put paper on it. Whether or not we're going to cut around the edging or just leave it. And of course somebody's going to call me because I'm filming. Oh, let me pause this real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. That was my daughter's Vision Place calling to just remind me of her appointment tomorrow. I kind of like this page better. She's got an appointment tomorrow to get her eyes checked. I think I'll just do it like that. And actually, that way I won't have to cut around anything. I'll just leave that paper there like that. That will work. And even though that's backwards, I don't really care because I like the way it looks better on this side. So, let's go ahead. Oh, look, I got a little glue bubble. So, anyway, everything went well. And the only reason they drew blood is just because they hadn't done my blood work in a while. But he did listen to my heart and my lungs and, you know, said there's no fluid backing up or anything. So it's not like we've got any kind of congestive heart failure or anything going on with all that fluid. So, which I was kind of glad he checked that. I mean, I didn't want to put that out there, but that does run in my family and I am overweight. And I'm not claiming any of that stuff, but, you know, it's in the family line. So you wonder sometimes, you know. And so I was glad that he kind of just gave everything a listen to, you know. So I just got glue on my table. And of course I put glue there where it's not going to be glued down, and I don't have my, I still haven't brought the baby wipes up here, you guys. You think I would remember to do that, but of course, usually when I'm downstairs, I'm going down for a specific thing, or I'm just switching the laundry around, so like I'm not really thinking about grabbing baby wipes. I'd probably get them here faster by buying new ones than to remember to bring them up. Okay. All right. That works. That works. All right. Put this back in here. All right. And then oopsie. Remove this paper to this pretty green paper. This is also, this is Alley Cat's Rainbow Unicorn paper. That is Christy's daughter. I think she's 6, maybe. It's got, well, it's got this yellow paper here too, though. Well, let's switch it around because this one is lighter and we've got all this light paper here. Let's put the green paper in here, and that'll be pretty by that page. And then we'll put the yellow paper here. Okay. And we'll put our butterfly. Oh my goodness. I feel like everything is fighting me today for some reason. I need to trim that brown paper. All right, let's trim this before I forget. So how about you guys? What are you up to today? How is your day going? Today is Thursday. So, in case you're wondering which day it is, not that it matters. It's whatever day you're watching it that you can speak about. Anyway, so today is like Friday for my daughter because they don't have school tomorrow. And it's all going to be screwed up for me because, you know, starting work on Saturday, even working a Saturday is new for me. So definitely will have to get used to working a different kind of schedule than the school schedule I'm used to. Okay. Now, will this look good on here? Probably not. What about this one? That one might be able to work. Need to trim this down. So she's pretty happy to have a 4-day weekend because they also don't have school Monday with it being Labor Day. And I will find out Saturday when I work again. So it'll be nice to have a schedule and know what's going on. I met with my butterfly girls yesterday. We went to the courthouse and we got our, it was the DBA we needed to do, the doing business as. Last time I did a video, I couldn't remember exactly what it was we had to do. Yeah, I think that'll look right on there. But anyway, that's what it was. And the funniest thing, you guys, oh my gosh. So when we started the ministry, we did our DBA. We opened up a checking account. Because we got our, our tax ID number or whatever. Because you have to have that to open an account. And get everything all in place. Well, we did a few things as, you know, ministry. And then, you know, like I said before, we got busy. We kind of went different directions a little bit, and we still did things, but not quite to the degree that we were at first. And we didn't really use our checking account. Well, I came home after dropping Liz off from school to grab the checkbook because I figured we had at least 20 bucks in there. I didn't know exactly how much, but I figured at least that much. And I was going to just go ahead and take that to write a check at the courthouse because it was $10 to renew our DBA. But I just had this little feeling inside, which to me, when I get those, I feel like that's the Holy Spirit prompting me. If you don't believe that, that's okay. But anyway, I just kept having that feeling, even though a couple times I was like, no, I'm just going to go over there. I'm sure we've got at least that much. I'm not going to take the time to go to the bank and check it because I was already running a little bit late. But because that feeling wouldn't go away, and I have learned by past experience to trust that feeling, I went ahead and I went through the drive-thru of the bank to check the balance. Wow. Good thing I did, because what I didn't know was that because the account had been dormant for like a couple years, we had gotten dormant fees, which I didn't even know was a thing. I didn't even know they did that. We hadn't received any notification of anything or gotten a phone call or anything. And they actually closed that account a year ago. Apparently they had feed us to death until, you know, it took all of our balance that we had left, and then they closed the account. Well, we all had our information on the account, but the first name was one of my partners who had moved a couple years ago and never even thought about, you know, the ministry account and, you know, letting them know that she had moved or whatever. And actually, honestly, I moved. Was I moved when we... No, I was not moved yet, I think, when we started that. So they probably had my wrong address, too. But they had my phone number, and I never got a call. Plus, I have, like, 5 other accounts at that credit union between, you know, myself and my son has an account, and I'm with him, and my daughter has... So, you know, with my account, his account, he's got 2 accounts, I've got 2 accounts, and my daughter's got an account. That's 5 accounts. So you would think they would know how to get a hold of me in some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? But thank God I did decide to go over there and check, because can you imagine if I hadn't, I would have wrote a bad check at the courthouse, for crying out loud. So yeah. So this is the other one. It's got kind of like a line going through it. I don't know if that's wear on the fabric or if it's just supposed to be that way. It's through the whole thing. But anyway, I just thought that fabric was kind of pretty, so I used that one. And then on the inside, I used this, it's like a teal and gold foil, which this paper goes with this paper, so I thought that was all kind of pretty together. Whoops, and I just totally peeled that up. Well, I'm glad to see that, because that just goes to show me it needs some more glue under there. Come right up off the page, and if anything like that is going to happen, I want it to happen now, not after the ladies get them. So I'm not sure why that didn't get sealed, but I'd rather know now. I took the you know how they've got the these mail envelopes? Well, I had got an order in one of these, so I cut strips off of this to put in the where it's going to be sewn in, the binding, where it's going to be bound in. I put that down to reinforce it a little bit. Is that one coming up too? A little bit. So anyway, I just did that for extra reinforcement. I had seen somebody do that. I don't know who. Recently I saw Rachel do it, but I had seen some on Rachel's Super Cute Creations, but I had seen somebody do that previously. Paper, wipe my glue off. All right. Okay, so I guess I don't really want to put that in there just yet. We'll let it dry a minute. Okay, so we got this page. I'm going to put something on this. Good Lord, I can't even pick up the book to move it out of my way. Ah. It's getting real up in here. Let's see what I have. I'm just looking to see what else I have that I might be able to use over here. Well, I've got more. Honestly, I've gone through a lot of that coffee dyed paper that Judy did for me too. Put some of these on the back. My gosh, I'm running out of places to stash stuff. This one's a little bit torn, but when I get it on there, I think it'll be okay. Let's see, it doesn't quite... This one we'll have to put on the wallpaper because the paper is bigger than the wallpaper. So we'll just do part of it at a time. Since it wants to curl on me, and of course I went right off the page. Yeah, let me glue my mat too while I'm at it. What else can... Oh, I was telling you guys that I met with my butterfly girls last night. So after we went to the courthouse and we got that all taken care of, thankfully one of my partners had a $10 bill on her so we could just pay that way. I rarely ever carry cash. I use my debit card all the time, which I probably need to start carrying some cash because a lot of places have gone to charging a fee to use. I really got that on crooked, didn't I? Anyway, they charge a fee to use the debit card, and I don't like that. I don't like to have to pay a fee to use my debit card. But, anyway. So I'll have to have cash for those moments so that I don't have to pay the extra. That's what I'm getting at. So anyway, we went to Applebee's after, and I got some of their nachos. Oh my gosh, those things were so good. I'm such a creature of habit. It's like I always get, no, that's not what I want to say. I don't always get. Nachos are something I eat a lot. Like I eat nachos here at home too because I love Mexican food. It's one of my favorites. So it's not like I hadn't had nachos recently, but I had a hard time making a decision. It was like, well, they had a taco salad that looked good, and they had oh, what was it? Something with shrimp. I love shrimp too. And then there was something else I was looking at. I can't even remember now what it was. So I just like, fine, forget it. I'm just going to get the nachos because I can't make a decision. This is too hard. Well, come to find out, we were there right at the end of happy hour. So I got my nachos for half off. So instead of them costing me $10 and something, they only cost me $5. And then I got coffee to drink because I hadn't had much coffee that day because I've been, what did I do yesterday that I was so busy? Gosh, now I can't even remember. I took my daughter to school. Oh, I had a meeting for my son with his employment specialist. That went really well too. That gal that works with him, she really cares, you know, and you can tell that she really cares, and she really wants him to do well, which, I mean, yes, it is a reflection on her if he does, but I just feel like she's very genuine, and I just, you know, I had to tell her yesterday how much I appreciate her and what she does. But anyway, she's going to talk to his manager about that training, and if he's even going to have to do that stuff. And, you know, if there's stuff that corporate wants everybody trained on, but he's not going to have to do it, to at least let him know, even if he has to go through the training and I have to help him with it or whatever, to at least let him know that that's not something he's going to have to worry about in his everyday job. So then he's not stressing over it, you know. So she was gonna talk with him about that this morning. So hopefully that got resolved before he went into work. I'm thinking this green one might finally have one that it'll look okay on. We'll cut it down and see what it looks like. I'm not convinced 100% yet, but we'll give it a try. So he was a little nervous about going in because he wasn't sure if he was going to have to do that simulation order stuff or just do his normal job. But I told him, don't worry about it, you know. She will have already been in there and talked to him about it, and it'll all be good. No worries. Okay, that one's kind of hard to... Oh, wait a minute. I missed an edge. All right. Not a lot I can cut off this one, so I don't know if it'll... Oh, yes, it just fits. How about that? But now do I want it this way? Nope, I like it better this way, I think. It really covers up a lot of that paper, but I think color-wise it'll be okay. I don't know why, but I just like that tissue paper being over it and then flipping it and having it be on there. I think I want to kind of cut around that butterfly a little bit on this one. I don't know why, I just kind of feel like I do. Maybe because it's so close to the edge. Oh. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think I like it like that. With it cut around. Okay. Oh, wait. Was that how I was going to put it? I can't remember which way. Yeah, this way. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think I want the words facing in that way. I think I want them outward. So, like, if you were to turn it, it would be right side up. I think. I probably think too much. I probably worry too much because it probably isn't going to really make a whole lot of difference to some people which direction you put it. Only to me and my little perfectionist ways does it matter. I think I'm doing a little bit better, learning to let go a little bit. Here and there. A little bit at a time. Baby steps. I don't think I got that on there straight at all. Maybe it's just not cut straight. Because now this side is a little wonky when this side is straight. I don't know. I don't know. I think it will be all right. Really sorry, you guys. I've been kind of all over the place today. I think going out at noon driving really got me a little bit frazzled. And I used to drive in the city, you know. I mean, this is a big town, but it's not a city, I don't think. I mean, it's not like Kalamazoo where I used to live. That was some serious city driving. I think sometimes as you get older, though, things that you used to do that, you know, were no big thing, bother you a little bit more. Thank God I'm not doing my, my discount thing for my insurance. I finally did my last day of that because, oh my gosh, if I was still trying to work on my discount today out there driving, that would really drove me nuts. And yesterday I had to slam on my brakes pulling out of the Arby's. Justin wanted to get food after his meeting, so I took him to Arby's so he could, and we were pulling out of there, and somebody come whipping around the corner, and I had to slam on the brakes, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to mess up my discount. But I was already done, and I didn't realize it, so thankfully that didn't count against me. So this one, I love this. I did 3 covers out of this one piece of fabric, but it's gold, little gold, like floral piece. I don't know if you can really, I probably should have opened my blind so that it was a little brighter in here. But anyway, and then on the inside I did this paper from the paper pad. It's got the glitter on it. So this one's a little bit busier, but it's all from the same pad. That one's a little bit torn, but I think when I put the paper on, it'll be all right. Oh, I was like, what did I do with the paper? I'm like, gosh, I can't find anything. What did I do with it? I'm going to try and get some of the, I think we'll do it like that. I think we'll leave some of the wallpaper at the top exposed. I just want to get some of this on the paper. I love this wallpaper though. I think that is so pretty. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay. Let's get the main part, and then I'll go back and fix the other parts. Oh my gosh, I just realized I was right by the microphone when I crinkled that paper. I'm so sorry. A little bit of crackle in your ears. So sorry. Just trying to see here where I needed glue yet. Boy, look how wonky that is. My goodness, can I not do anything straight? Apparently not. I think my eyes are crooked. Not my fault, my eyes are crooked. Definitely way past due getting my eyes checked, that's for darn sure. It's like I'm trying to see the guide on the TV and it's like I can't even read it. I figure I'll get my daughter taken care of first and then figure out when I can go myself. And I figure out when my schedule is, or what my schedule is, or how we want to say it. Okay, let's trim this down. I have my paper trimmer buried over here. When I have the colored paper here, so that's good. I feel like I should have this paper between those though. I like have my printed page and then my blank page and my, oh my gosh, can I get a hold of it? Maybe, maybe not. And my picture there. There we go. And we'll have the graph paper. Okay, put that little paper, green paper, book page. This one's definitely set up a lot different than the others. They don't matter though. As long as it all flows right in each book, that's all that matters. Okay. I'm thinking probably that green one again for this one. Okay. Well, we've already been going at it for an hour. Can you believe it? Time flies when we're having fun, right? Turn that just a little closer on the other side. Get that to stay flat. Oh, I guess I'm not going to get it any closer. So we'll go ahead and trim around the butterfly again. I kind of liked that trimmed around like I did. That just allows for more of that decorative paper to show through too. Put it on like this. I need to get some of that edge off. Maybe some more off of there. Okay, let's see. Yes, that will work. It's kind of nice having the camera too, so then I can see what it looks like from up there, and then look at it over on my computer to see what it looks like. It just gives me another view. Sometimes I can see it better that way than looking at it from where I'm at. I know I'm kind of off camera. I'm just putting glue on here. I don't know if it bothers you guys when you can't see everything I'm doing, or if you're okay with just knowing I'm putting glue on. It's not a big thing. Oh. Let's put that down the wrong way. Okay. Need to get one of those brayers so I can just, you know, roll that across there. I've got the one for doing picture transfers that I got with a Mod Podge set, but I don't think it's a solid one. I think it's a foam because it's for a different purpose. Okay, got that. Oh, that is the other side of that paper. It's pretty. This is the vellum that's in this one. I love that. All right, let's trim this. Checked my mailbox when I got home and I had no mail. That's always disappointing. Somebody's sending me some messages. Okay, so we got that. See who's messaging me here, if it's anything important. Oh, don't be doing that now. Okay. Let me see my messages. Okay. Next. Okay. This is another cover. It's like a gold with the white. I thought that was really pretty. And then on the inside I put that paper. I tried to match like what would go along with the outside, and then also, of course, good with the inside. Even though it's all the same paper pack, it's just, you know, different ones look better than other ones. So I'm not sure I like those two together. I may switch this up a little bit and go this, and then this. There we go. Just gonna have to break that up a little bit. I added some pages from Ideals, and that's where that came from. So it was added after the fact. actually, you kind of almost get on the whole page. Get all my scraps out of my way. Okay. Alright, and this can pretty much glue the whole thing. We'll just do a half at a time just to make it easier to work with. Alright, fold over. Don't fold over! Doggone it. We went halfway crooked. How do I do that? Come here. So I'm trying to get it somewhat straight. I guess it doesn't matter. Cut around it, but I just don't understand why I can't seem to glue that on there straight. What is my malfunction, people? What? What is it? Called I can't glue straight to save my life. I really have so many other things I should be doing right now. One of them being laundry. I could probably pick any room in my house that could use cleaning. But where am I? In my happy little crafting place. But for my sanity, I think it was where I needed to be in this moment before I commit Harry on somebody out there driving around. And I have to go drive again, but thankfully it can be bad enough by the high school when it's time to get out, but it's not as bad as it was dropping my son at work, because that is right on the end of town where campus is. And it was right at, sorry about that squeak. It was right at lunchtime. He had to be to work at 12:30. So yeah, there's that also, along with the fact it's right by campus. Okay, so that, and then that. Did I trim that down? I didn't trim that down yet, did I? No. I just moved it. I didn't trim it. Alright, let's put this stuff back in here. Pull this down out. You guys are going to get sick and tired of seeing these journals by the time I'm done with them, huh? Maybe I should do a different craft with me just to break up the monotony of it all, huh? Although I do have some more ephemera to make, so when I do that, I won't be getting out the whole journal. Okay, this needs to be broke up. I have to keep adjusting things as I add, like, book pages and stuff. Scissors. I need the paper cutter. Who do you think you're fooling that you're going to cut that straight? This a try. All right. I'm not convinced. Not convinced. I definitely don't want the other one. So it's got to be between these two. So let's cut this one and then see which one we like better on that paper. Ooh, I cut off some of the words. Ah! Oh well. Oh well. They're a little bit faint anyway. But it's just a very tippy top, so I think we'll be okay. It's not a tragedy. It's unfortunate, but it's not a tragedy. Not yet anyway. Alright. And we've got this one. And let's cut around the butterfly. I'm thinking this is going to be the one that's going to look better. I think. Obviously, I can't talk and cut at the same time. Not fussy cutting anyway. Get off of there. Need to cut that edge some more. Alright, so we've got this one, or we've got this one. Okay, this one, or this one. Honestly, I'm really thinking it's this one. I hope you guys agree, because that's the one I'm going with. That's the one we're going to do. bunch of notifications. Well, my goodness, people. Are we all sending through our notifications at the same time, or what? Or what? That was a lot of dingy. Let's see what's going on, shall we? Well, that was only one person going live, and that was Inspired Art by Mary. The rest of those were Facebook notifications, I think. Anywho. Oh my goodness, I've been sitting here too long. Time to get up and stretch those legs. Okay, let's trim this. Everything for this one, I do believe. That kind of sticks. Maybe that page is a little bit. Yeah, that page is a little bit long. Well, let's trim that edge too. Just a tad. Just a tad. Tad too little. Let's try that again. It just kind of curled the end, so I don't think I did it far enough. My blade is getting really dull on that paper cutter. All right. Let's see how that looks now. Yeah, that's better. Much better. And then we have this cover. These strips are taking over my space over here. And honestly, I was going to save these, but you know what? We can't save everything, can we? We just can't. We just can't. We would be overrun by scraps if we did. And we already have a ton of scraps already. Okay, so here's this one. And that looks like it's got a little bit of glue showing through. We'll have to cover that up with some decoration. Here's some more of that cloth paper. I'll put on the inside of this one. Again, I think we'll move these to in here. Let's trim down the brown paper. Keep track of the time, 2:23. Oh, I almost trimmed my wrong edge. Whoopsie. It's getting a little cool in here now that that air kicked on. Probably should turn that down a little. It's not real hot today. We're definitely heading towards our fall temperatures. Thankfully, spring and fall are my favorite times of the year because it's the right temperature for me. I'm not a huge fan of snow either. I think I'm going to trim that edge a little bit. It's a little jagged. I don't like it super cold, and I don't like it super hot. So, I like it just right. Just call me Goldilocks. I know. I'm the only one that thinks I'm funny. That's okay. I make myself laugh. What, you guys think it was about you? It's about me. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm going to have to fold that differently because I trimmed it differently. Okay. All right. It actually kind of fits on that paper now. Okay. Oh, here's another little story for you. I'm sure I've mentioned before, because it's one of those little things that just irritates the heck out of me. My garage door. It opens and closes on its own. And I know we've talked about this because I told you guys about getting locked out and having to go to my neighbor next door who was not real appreciative of me needing her help. But, so yeah, I went to the doctor and closed my garage door, as I always do when I leave. And I pull back in when I get home into the complex drive. And what do I see? I'll give you a guess. Go ahead, guess. What do you think I saw? You're right. My garage door was open. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just killing me. It's not killing me, but it's annoying me. So I go to the office and I'm like, Shelly, I don't know what's going on with my garage door. It opens and closes at will. I close it. I come home. It's open. I get up in the morning and it's come open in the night. I don't know what's going on with it. I said either there's a short in the switch or something, or she's like, or you got a ghost. And I said, well, I suppose that is a possibility. Whatever it is, it's driving me bonkers because I do have stuff out in my garage and I don't want it stolen. So she put in a work order for, I don't know how many times this has been that, you know, a work order has been put in for my garage door. I told her, tell Jody, our maintenance guy, who is also a guy I know from church. Not my fault. I'm not doing anything to the door. It's just weird. So she put in a work order. So, and I don't know what Jody's going to be able to do unless he replaces the switch or replaces the whole garage door thing, which I kind of highly doubt they're going to do that. I would be surprised if they did. So it's like, okay, whatever. Whatever you can do, if anything, would be great. It'd be great if it actually works this time. But, you know, of course I didn't say that. As far as I know, they like me over there, and I kind of like to keep it that way. Okay. Alrighty, so let's refold this. So we'll see what happens with that. I wasn't going to say anything, but it's like, oh my gosh, I can't take it anymore. I have to. I have to say something because I just can't take it. Okay, so we got that in there. We need to move the paper. This one's got quite a few sheets of paper. When I get the mulberry paper, we might have to switch that a little bit. I think this one's got more pages than the other ones do. I haven't really counted pages because I thought I was putting them all in the same, but maybe I wasn't. I think this one has an extra paper, maybe. But maybe this is extra. Yeah, I need it between those though. I don't know. I'll count the pages before I get done with it. You know, before it's done for real. Look at my fingers. I'll glue. Now, what color did I use on that paper before? Remember which one. Maybe it was. I haven't used this one in a while. Maybe we'll go ahead and use that one. It might have been that one. But we haven't used it in a while, so we'll use it now because it will match, I believe. So then after I get my daughter from school, I've got, a little bit of time, maybe an hour or two, before I have to go back out again and pick my son up from work. Definitely have started running the roads a lot more. Yeah, I like that with that. Since my son started working. But on the other hand, once I start working, there may be sometimes he's going to have to walk to work. So I guess it's no big thing to take him for now, because he'll have it a little bit more difficult later. So why not make it easier for him when I can, right? That's kind of how I look at it. And he will have the option to, like today he doesn't have CLS, so he doesn't have the option to have them drop him. But, you know, on the days that he starts at 12:30, if I'm working or whatever, he could have CLS drop him off like at the McDonald's or whatever right there at noon. And he could wait there about 20 minutes, 25 minutes till he could go over and go into work. I mean, they like him there at least 5 minutes early anyway, so by the time they leave at noon, get to McDonald's like 5 minutes later, he's only got about 15 minutes or so before he needs to walk over to work anyway. So honestly, I probably should have been having him do that all along. So it's kind of stupid for me to go out and get him a half hour after CLS, after CLS leaves, when they could really be taking him on their way out. So, but also it gives us that time to pray together, and you know, I can help with any nerves or whatever he might be having about going into work. And it's not just about the ride, it's also about, you know, helping him settle down and get ready for his shift. Not that he's always, you know, worked out, but sometimes he's worried about things, and that way I can kind of calm him down a little bit and just help get his mind right for going to work. This one I absolutely love. This is one of my favorite covers. Probably one of my favorite journals, because it's coming back up. I may have to stick some glue on this, because it's got the adhesive on it, but it doesn't look like the adhesive is wanting to stick to that fabric. I need to get them corners down a little better too. Yep, that's wanting to, just the fabric part, it's wanting to peel back up. I don't know if Fabri-Tac will work on that. Let's do the art glitter glue. I don't know what the Fabri-Tac will do to that adhesive on the back of that paper. So, we'll see how the art glitter glue does. And if that doesn't hold it, we'll go to the Fabri-Tac. It's just some of the trouble you can run into when you use different types of mediums together, and different kinds of fabrics and stuff. And it's good that I've time to, you know, figure this stuff out and see where it's running into issues that need to be fixed before it goes out to somebody. The orange is not generally one of my go-to colors, but I just love how it works with the colors that are inside here, with, you know, on this page, and then, you know, on the outside here. I just think it goes well together. Hopefully I'm not the only one that thinks that, but I kind of think it looks good together. Whoops. I really have to get some more of this Mariposa paper because the majority of it I've used on these journals, and I'm not done yet, so I may need to use more. And I love it. It's just beautiful, beautiful paper. I need some more. Although I'm sure once once we get all the shelves stocked and I start to see all the stuff at Hobby Lobby, I'm sure there's lots of other beautiful paper I don't even know about that I'll get to see and want. I know y'all are worried about me working at Hobby Lobby and how I'm gonna, you know, be able to save any money and, you know, pay the bills and everything, but honestly, them bills got to be paid first. No matter how much I might want stuff, I gotta be responsible and pay the bills, you know. So it's not like this is my second job or, you know, supplement income with a spouse or whatever. I don't have a spouse, so it's strictly me, and I gotta be the one to do this, so I don't really have a choice in that. So it's just going to have to happen. That's all there is to it. I am going to have self-control. And I'm going to have to not, you know, make a lot of purchases unless I can honestly afford it. Hope you guys are crafting along with me, because honestly, if you were just to sit and watch a video like this, I imagine it would be kind of boring because it's very repetitive. I mean, you might see different journal covers, but other than that, I'm kind of just repeating the same steps over and over. But I just figure whenever I sit down to craft, if I can turn the camera on and do a craft with me, it just gives an opportunity for those who like to do that to be able to. So that's why I do it, even if I don't have anything that may seem all that interesting going on. It might be just what someone else needs. You never know. Like I always say, you know, I like to know what you guys are doing when you're crafting along with me. It's fun to hear what, you know, other people were up to at the same time they were watching what you were up to, you know. Oh my gosh. I think we're going to make this our last journal today because, for one, we're almost up on 2 hours. And that's a pretty long video, even for Craft with Me's. And it's going to be time to get my daughter soon. But I need to get out of this chair. I need to get out of this chair and walk around. My body is telling me it's been sitting too long. Actually, I need to get a move on because it's 2:40 and she gets out of school at 2:57. But she doesn't always come out right away. So I don't really worry if I'm not there right on time. Because 9 times out of 10, I am sitting there waiting on her anyway. I kind of like it that way. All right, so oh wait, where'd I have this? Right here. All right, I think we're going to stop right here just because it is starting to get late, even though I've still got more to do in this book. Anyway, all right, you guys. Well, thanks for crafting along with me. It's nice to see you today, and I hope you all have a great day. And oh, there it is. I lost my glue pin again. But anyway, I will see you all next time. Thanks for stopping in. Bye-bye.